today's episode of Hero Syndrome, I'm talking about two of my favorite things of all time with Daniel Bloodworth. Let's go. Bloodworth.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show this week. You just finished, after a very long time, many months, The Evil Within.
Yeah.
Courtesy of Blood Pact.
On stream.
Yes.
Yeah, courtesy of Blood Pact. That was our first stream was Blood Pact. And then from there, I don't recommend anyone play a psychological horror game where you're trying to keep track of what's really happening.
Fair enough.
2 hours to 4 hours at a time over the course of months and months and months. And like wedged in between part of that was like the entire Dark Souls 3 playthrough.
Yeah.
So like there's huge gaps.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've right now I've finished both the DLCs.
Nice.
And I just have like the Executioner, which sounds like it's almost like an arcade mode. I don't know.
Yeah,
exactly
it's a fun mini game.
So
First person. It's
yeah,
cool.
I'll be doing that like the morning before this goes up. So.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Basically, you know, I never miss a chance to talk about The Evil Within, as my viewers know. Basically, I just wanted to pick your brain and see your gut reactions on if you enjoyed it and just kind of your initial thoughts. I know you streamed it and kind of weird, you know, spacing in between, but you know, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. Particularly enjoyed it more once we got away from the parts that felt like Resident Evil 4. Mm-hmm. Like the villages and stuff were all right, but there was something about it that was just like kind of like I don't know, it was holding me back.
Okay.
And then once we got like more into the game, like all the rest of it, just like it just felt like it picked up the pace and everything was good there.
The beginning is especially difficulty as well. The beginning is a little rough, you know. They really squeeze you on supplies. You really got to get in the rhythm of the headshots and the knife kills and the matches.
And I'm sure like a lot of that stuff, like the upgrade path, you know, like you're not thinking about it, but like at that point, it's just harder to do anything. It's harder to like aim your gun and shoot because that's something that you upgrade, and eventually you don't even think about it because I've already upgraded that thing like 20 hours ago. So
yeah. What stood out to you, Bloodworth? You know, after you finished the game, you finished a couple of the DLCs. What are you holding on to dearly?
I mean, I think one of the best differentiating mechanics Evil Within has is matches.
Yeah.
Matches is a cool thing.
Like that remake.
You know, it's
remake,
like
the gasoline.
Just, you know, like maybe don't go for the headshot, shoot him in the knee, and then like throw that match at like just the right second.
Yes.
Although the timing of that is a little bull crap.
Yeah. Sometimes like they're down.
Oh, that guy is standing right on top of him, but no, you didn't throw the match at the right time. He just walked through that fire.
Yeah.
So yeah. And I think the other thing is it's, you know, probably like a difficult thing to read is when you get into kind of those bigger set piece moments, and sometimes it's not entirely clear, like, do I run or do I fight? Like, what is the answer to this situation right now? You know, and so you have those moments like with Laura, where it's like, you can fight or you can win, maybe. You probably shouldn't. Yeah. You know, but there's traps. And I did a total Huber thing, and it was funny because almost every stream, I think towards the last couple, I stopped getting it, but even towards the end, people were like, you know, you can turn off the black bars.
Oh my god.
Because I wanted to play it the way it came out.
Yes.
And so go keep those black bars on.
Love those black bars.
Case in point, those Laura sections, there's these traps above the black bars.
Oh yeah.
You know, there's like I would have seen those a lot easier.
Speedrun strats to turn it off. That's so funny. What was your favorite weapon?
Oh, my favorite weapon. I mean, I think it's just a go-to to the shotgun. You know what I'm realizing now? Like eventually you get the Magnum or whatever. Yeah. But like you assign your guns to like those 4 points. Yeah. And so like I already had like, okay, there's my crossbow, there's my pistol, there's my shotgun, there's my sniper. Like I never put the Magnum.
Oh, the Magnum's so cool.
I don't know that I actually ended up using it on anything.
It's good. Powerful. Very Burton
Because again,
style.
You know, like we're saying, like once you upgrade things, it's like, I got all the bullets I need for my sniper. I've got enough bullets for my shotgun.
Did you experiment with the crossbow? The agony bow, I think it's called, right?
Yeah, it was especially good when you get later on and you get like 2 of the safe head guys. Yeah. And you just either like get them both with 1 freeze or 1 electrical, and it's just like, all right, got you there, and then like just start, throwing explosive bolts on after, you know, and just whittle them down so they don't have a chance to double team you somehow.
Yeah. And then lastly, what do you think of the story? I know you played it in chunks and it's on stream, kind of a little hard to follow, definitely when you're streaming. I know that,
there's definitely the hard to follow, like what is reality, and I think especially now at the end of the DLC, I'm questioning is anything reality at all, because they do these weird layers of like, okay, now he's seeing himself in the tub, but if he's seeing himself in the tub, that can't be real.
Yep.
But I definitely like the psychological aspect of it. I like things flipping around on you and things going kind of haywire. But I think the thing that started bugging me towards the end is like it became very clear through so many different things that this is a psychological space. This isn't real. Like either Ruvik or Stem is controlling everything that you're seeing, but yet like Sebastian would still kind of act like he was in the real world, like he didn't really get what was going on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, like just roll with this.
Yeah.
Like you just teleported into, this jail cell like for the 15th time. You gotta know you're not in reality at this point.
It doesn't get any better, bud, because when we streamed Evil Within 2, we had a counter for like how many times Sebastian walks into a room and goes, "What the? Huh?" He's like always confused. So good.
Kidman didn't seem to have that problem.
Kidman knows what's up.
Yeah. But I think what was weird with Kidman was I expected it to kind of cross those paths with Sebastian a little bit more.
Yeah.
And it does cross those paths, but it does so in such a weird way to where it's like Kidman will just be like not even seeing the same thing that everybody else is seeing, and she'll just turn around and like there are those guys, and it's like
because STEM is kind of like it's your perception, and I love that it plays with that so much. And Ruvik actually has grown on me over time. Just his tale of like basically creating this alternate reality where he can just live in the memories with his sister. So that stuff's it's pretty deep, pretty tragic.
Yeah. And I really like the last DLC boss fight with like the faceless man, kind of teleporting around, and like there's just waves of like simulation flying at you and stuff like that. And
last question, Bloodworth, are you gonna play the Evil Within 2?
I am, but I'm not gonna stream it.
Awesome, but you're gonna play it.
I'm gonna play it.
So we're gonna have a check-in.
I don't need another 8-month playthrough.
Totally. We're gonna have another check-in.
For something you already did one night.
Yeah, a few months down the line, we'll check back in. Excellent. Which brings us, Bloodworth, to part 2 of our show, Gotham.
Yeah.
It's time for a Gotham check-in, because Bloodworth watches Gotham.
Yeah, I do.
Bloodworth, they took a break this season and came back. There's been 2 episodes since they came back. I think they're some of the strongest episodes.
Oh, really?
Visually and plot-wise that I've seen in a while from this show. I feel a production budget increase. And I want to go back to the first one that came back, the episode where everyone was in the Narrows.
Oh, yeah.
I loved this episode where everyone was kind of intersecting. It was the first time in a long time where I felt the ensemble cast really shining. It wasn't focusing on one person here and there. It was everyone coming together, and I thought everyone had such great moments. The Toy Maker, first of all, short-lived, but awesome representation of this villain, which we haven't really seen a live-action Toy Maker before. Correct me if I'm wrong, if there's some crazy like Batman thing from years ago, but I'd never seen the Toy Maker, and I thought it was a really cool villain. What do you think, Blood?
Yeah. I think that part of it was pretty good. The 2 things that have been throwing me off the most, especially like as we've just come back, is number one, what the heck they're doing with the Grundy arc.
Love it. Out of control.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like, no, he was dead and reanimated. He can't just like flip a switch and be Butch again.
But this is Gotham, where crazy shit shit goes down.
I just like it doesn't make like it makes sense to me that like in some weird way that her beating the crap out of him like registered a memory.
Yeah.
But it should still be like Grundy remembering Tabitha and not like, hey, I'm Butch again. I'm just gonna pretend to be Grundy once in a while. I was like, no, you were dead. You were brain dead. Your brain was destroyed.
I think it's gonna be short-lived. I think he's gonna go back to full Grundy. I think this is the last bit of Butch that is shining through.
Like Riddler will do something to like just get rid of that threat.
Yeah. Yeah, because Riddler now playing with multiple personalities. That was a great reveal when he's like, "Who hired you?" He's like, "You did," and it's like the Riddler in him. Oh, I love that moment. And then I want to give a big shout out in the next episode as well, big time. Poison freaking Ivy.
Yeah, but it's just weird that they keep making these ways for her to be recast.
So this is a character that has been in the background and has not found an identity or a footing in this show, and has been there since the beginning with little Ivy.
Yeah, but like now she's a 15-year-old that looks like she's 35.
Now it's straight up Species. Have you seen Species, Bloodworth? Old 90s sci-fi movie. Super weird.
Maybe when it came out or if it was on TV.
Anyway, it's basically Species. But, you know, the last time I personally saw Uma Thurman live action was Uma Thurman. But the last time I saw Poison Ivy actually was Uma Thurman as Ivy, and I didn't really care for it. Mm-hmm. So, again, Gotham just continues to go for it. And they go for it with such conviction and such gusto that I can't help but root for it. You know what I mean? Like this Ivy is just so like you said, they've changed her bodies. The guy back a couple seasons ago could age people, so remember he like grabbed her and aged her up. Just so weird. You know, and they were teasing kind of Gotham City Sirens with her and Catwoman, which I loved, but now she's kind of just renegade. And I just love that she's all about her plants, you know? Just standard Ivy, looking out for the plants, but then the reveal of like, well, Bruce Wayne's trying to save the plants.
She's pretty OP right now, though.
Real strong. I was like
walks into the police station and every cop is the biggest Poison Ivy fan ever.
I loved that. Gordon walks back in. He's like, everyone's like, we're good. It's not us. We're good. So then, last thing I want to discuss, straight up, Batman.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Straight up Batman now. Like, this is something I thought they wouldn't even touch until...
In the whole series, yeah.
In the whole series, or until the very, very final few episodes. They've really been pushing this Batman angle with Ra's al Ghul, Ra's, I don't know how you say it. They say it differently in different series of Batman. Who knows?
Sure.
But, you know, Ivy hypnotizes him, and he sees himself in the future, which is basically Batman. What do you think of this whole crazy Batman reveal?
I think it's been good. It's been Bruce's arc has been weird to me as well, but yeah, I think they're kind of like they're in this point now where they're kind of realigning things. I'm curious going forward, like how they're going to keep up the Playboy persona and all of that, and again like get him because I don't feel like Bruce has done a very good job of being the genius that Bruce Wayne should be.
Right?
He's been kind of a dumb kid.
Well, I think, to give him the benefit of the doubt.
He's done a lot of, like, physical training, and he's done a lot of things to, like, kind of, you know, and he did investigate that case and kind of, you know, get to the bottom of what was going on with Wayne Enterprises. But a lot of things, he's just been kind of a dumb kid.
I think he's been reckless.
Yeah.
He definitely reckless. You know, he's too close, trying to figure out the murder of his parents, but immaturity for sure is showing.
So it'll be interesting to see him like actually like weave himself into, you know, the cover of being in high society and actually like not feeling like an outsider in his everyday life as well. Yeah. And then, but the dream sequence was really funny because there's a lot in there that was like very clearly not any kind of reality, but then you had stuff like the Batman thing, which was sort of like a premonition, and then I loved the thing is like you had a mustache.
Yes, the best moment. Oh, it made me smile from ear to ear. I was so happy.
Gordon,
with that.
you had a mustache,
and he's like, "Oh, you were hallucinating." It was so great. And then Joker as well. We didn't talk about Joker,
True.
which has been a very strong interpretation. I know the voice.
Well, it's
is
strange
a
because they're
little-
not using a name that we're familiar with for the
Yeah.
for the character.
And he hasn't
and they've
been
done this strange
called
stuff where like
Joker.
he died, and so I thought like he was going to inspire Joker.
Yeah.
But then they, again, they find ways of bringing everyone back in Gotham.
And I love that he's there, basically. He's like, I can break out anytime. I'm just looking for the craziest of the crazy to join me.
Yeah.
Love
The
that
way he
motivation.
plays and teases Penguin.
It's
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really interesting now because like they're really setting up like Penguin, Joker, and the Riddler especially to like just all be at complete odds with each other.
Yep.
But now that it's like a very like I think the problem before was that like it wasn't very clear was like, is this guy supposed to be Joker or just some other like Gotham specific thing?
Yeah.
And now that I think that like it's just right out in the open that he's Joker,
Yeah.
like the performance is a lot stronger.
I agree.
And he's a fun guy to watch.
He's so fun and unpredictable. And again, just going back to like season 2, it was with Jerome, and then when they reanimated him, remember he stapled the face. Like
Stapled
there's
his
been
face
some
back on, yeah.
crazy stuff. Again, when Gotham is at its craziest, it's when I love it the most. The show just goes for it with really outlandish plots. Sometimes they don't always make sense, but who cares, right? Just a fun ride. All right, Bloodworth. That was a blast. That was two of my favorite things of all time, The Evil Within and Gotham.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for Bloodworth to play The Evil Within 2. I cannot wait. Don't worry, he's not going to stream it, but we're going to talk about it whenever that may be. Thanks, everyone.